Welcome back to Farmbiz with Markay. Now we've already cleared the last batch of birds we raised. We've swept everywhere. Now we're about disinfecting this pen again before we can restock our next batch of birds that we are to raise. Now, though I said I was going to rest for a while before restocking, so I think I've rested for going to 2 weeks now. So I need to restock. That is the beauty of broiler raising broilers for you, because if I were to be raising layers, definitely I won't rest until I'm done with the best laying. That is until I dispose them when they have reached their menopause. But for this, I may have to rest then restock. It's possible with this broiler. That's one of the things I like about raising broilers. Now there are some things I needed to point out today that I needed us to know in case you are constructing your pen. So definitely you will use this type of net to net around your pen so that you don't have rodent, snakes, and all of that getting into your pen. But while I was constructing this pen, there was some kind of mistake I made regarding this net that I used. This, like the smaller one, I shouldn't have used this. I should have used the bigger gauge, because this one doesn't last long. It was after I bought it that I discovered that it was this one that I bought, and the place I bought it from, it was very, very far. Now the basic things I need to be doing right now is if you see, this is the entrance, this is the door, this side is already tall. I need to fix it. Now the best net I should have used would have been this one, though this is quite expensive, but in the long run it's going to save you a whole lot of cost, because this net has been here for over 4 years if I'm not mistaken, and it's still there. But for this other one, this has been here for about a year plus if I'm not mistaken. So I need to start doing some repair. Now those basic things I'm talking about that we need to do today, or before we stock our birds, is fixing these nets that got tore. Like some part here, I need to use net to fix that. Though these are the minor ones, but I still need to fix them. Now the major one is this one you are seeing here is open. This other side is open, especially along this line is open. Rat can easily get into my brooder, or because I normally start my brooding here, rat can easily get in through that point, so I wouldn't like that. So even lizard can get in through that point. I don't want that, so I will need to use another net to net around that those spots that have some holes before stocking my birds. This is very, very important. Now this is the type of net I was talking about. Now this one now is a bit better than this existing one, because the gauge is a bit bigger and the hole is a bit bigger, larger than this other hole, because even my index finger can go in, but for this other one it cannot. But this will last a bit longer than this one, in case you want to choose the type of net you want to use to net around your pen. And another mistake you shouldn't do, because this net is exposed to the environment, over time is going to rust. That is expected, but it should take you for a while before all this level that I am now trying to fix them. Now, if rain is getting to the net, it will get spoiled easily. That is why when you want to build your pen, you have to ensure that you have some shootout. What do I mean by shootout? That is, you extend your roof in such a way that rain cannot easily get to the net. That's very, very important. If the rain cannot easily get to the net, definitely rain cannot easily get into your pen, no matter how the rain is. That's one thing you need to take note of. Now, other than fixing the net, the holes that we have on the net, so there were some places, because you remember the last batch I raised, I tried to partition where I placed all those sets of birds that we raised, Cobb 500, if you remember, from Zatec Hatchery, using that New Hope, Brooder, and Ultima Plus. Now, while trying to partition them, I broke some concrete from this point. I will need to use cement to level it up so that I don't have ants entering into my brooder from that point. So the same thing I will do to this end. You can see ant is somehow digging some sand out of this point, so I wouldn't want that. I will need to fill it up with cement. Now some areas like this other point is also damaged sort of, and some other, those are the minor repair you need to do before stocking. Don't just stock your best. Like this other end now, I still have some holes here. I need to repair that as well. So I need to look around. Is there anything I need to do? Definitely there will be some little cement work I need to do before restocking. This is very, very important. You need to do this. So you don't want to be, maybe you are raising your best, all of a sudden you see ants invading your brooder or invading your pen. You don't want that. So that is the reason why you need to do this before restocking. This is what we do. Now another thing, every equipment you use in raising your birds, before you restock, you need to inspect all of them. Now, while trying to inspect this gas brooder that I normally use yesterday, I discovered that the hose that is normally connected to this point got popped up somewhere here. It was somehow as if it's going to there will be some leakage over there, so I had to cut it off, and then I will have to reinsert this here now and then tie it up again. Those are some basic things you need to look out for. It's not when your birds are around, that's when you now have to be looking around. Oh, I need to use cement to do here. Oh, I need to correct this. No, correct them before you restock. By then it might be very late, so you wouldn't want to lose your best to maybe to negligence on your part. You would not want that. So do what you're supposed to do before restocking. So we have swept everywhere. So the next thing we have to do now, just the normal religious, religious activities that we normally do. We need to first of all use that is water containing detergent. Yes, you need to pour the water there, wash the place clean, allow it to dry. Then when it has dried, then we'll now apply a high concentration of hypo to wash the floor. And then at times we wash the wall from the floor up to like about 2 feet. We wash it round before stocking. This is very, very important. Don't joke with it, because the cost of 1 day old chicks today, when you look at the price, losing one is painful. So you wouldn't want to lose anyone. So that is why you need to do all you can to ensure that the preparation you make is a good one for them to have a good start. It's very, very important. This is what you do first. Don't assume things. It's very, very important you don't assume. Though I have used this nipple drinking system before, I will still need to test all of them to be sure that everything is working well before ordering my day old chicks. So this other gas brooder is not left out. I will still need to clean it because there are some dust there. Though it won't cause any harm to them, but I like everywhere cleaned before stocking my birds. In about 1 week from now, we will restock, and I'll be giving you daily updates on what we are going to get. But remember, the last experiment we did with some feed, we didn't really make use of the Ultima Plus well. When I mean we didn't make use of it properly, we were supposed to use the 3 classes of New Hope to be precise. That is the starter, the grower, and the finisher. But I only made use of the starter and the finisher. So, but this time I will have to repeat the 3 classes of feed to see what result is going to give us. But I also discovered something. At times when you want to buy feed, the people selling feed may not give you the appropriate information, I would say, because where I normally buy feed, I ask them some question. Okay, what, like this breedware, how many classes of feed do they have? Is it just the starter and the super starter crumble and the finisher that they have? But they told me yes, it's just those 2 classes, that there is nothing like broiler growers. I believe what they said because they've been in the business for some time. So, and later discovered not too long that okay, they have what is called grower, though that is also a pelletized sort of, that I'm supposed to switch to that feed after 2 weeks. So I need to experiment everything and then give you the results. So for the New Hope, if I'm not able to get the New Hope, definitely I will have to make do with the breedware that I've been using. But this time we'll have to add the grower to it at some point, so that we know what we are supposed to get, the weight that we are supposed to get. Is it going to surpass what we've been getting? I will keep you updated then, so that we'll be well informed to know, okay, I want to raise my broilers. These are the classes of feed I should use. That is this super starter, crumble, the grower, and the finisher. If I use these 3 classes of feed, what will my result be? This is very, very important. It's the update I want to share today. Thank you so very much. If you find this video helpful, in a way to say thank you, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification icon. Like, comment, and share, as this will help us to grow our channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.